guys, this is M-Dubs and welcome to this video. Tension for Wave 5, the Booster Course Pass, is at an all-time high, and it could honestly be any moment that we could be getting a trailer for it. I figured I would get a quick little prediction video to relay my thoughts about what tracks we might be getting, as well as a few other things for the remaining 2 waves. Spoiler alert! Exit out of this video if you are not informed about the leaks for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart Tour. This is your last chance to leave. Alrighty, you have been warned. We have a fair amount of information from the banner leak, the music leak, the prefix leak, and also some reliably data mined Mario Kart Tour information. My predictions won't be too different from anyone else's predictions. In my old predictions video, I had 17 courses correctly predicted and 7 that I missed. I think from that video, I have 7 more of the courses that I predicted correct. You can check out the old video here, but in this video, I want to get all 16 courses right, so I'm going to give it my best shot, but I may end up disastrously wrong. It's only a guess. I also held some polls on my community tab of what you guys think will be the remaining courses in the Booster Course Pass. So, I will compare my predictions to yours, much like the characters. If a track is marked with a star, that means I had predicted it before in my first video. Each wave will have 8 tracks predicted, a certain amount of new characters, and for the heck of it, a release date. Tracks have been shuffled around a lot in terms of where they have been data mined to appear, so this list will also reflect that. Without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with the Feather Cup. We will begin with the newly released Athens Dash. This course released in Mario Kart Tour earlier this year. I think it would be a great way to start out a summer-themed wave. All the new tour content is getting ported into the Booster Course Pass, and I don't see Athens Dash as an exception. And you guys also predicted Athens Dash. Up next, we have GCN Daisy Cruiser. I had initially predicted this course before, and I will be predicting it again. Currently, we have 4 courses for Mario Kart Double Dash that are also in Tour, but not in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Those being Mushroom Bridge, DK Mountain, Dino Dino Jungle, and Daisy Cruiser. All 32 tracks in the Booster Course Pass are now in Mario Kart Tour, with Waluigi Stadium being added into the Mario vs. Luigi Tour 2023. There are no signs of any more GCN tracks being data mined for Mario Kart Tour, so I think Daisy Cruiser is a lock. It's an easygoing course that perfectly fits the summer vibe of the wave, and also a fan favorite. Ticks all the boxes and slots in this spot quite nicely. And you guys also predicted Daisy Cruiser. And the third course of this cup I will predict will be SNES Bowser Castle 3. I initially predicted SNES Vanilla Lake 2 due to the Vanilla Lake sign and Coconut Mall, but due to it being in Tour as well, and several snow tracks in the Booster Course Pass already, I think they will go a different route. Out of the 80 courses currently in the game, there is only one Bowser's Castle themed course, and that is the base game Bowser's Castle. SNES Bowser's Castle 3 was recently brought into Mario Kart Tour, and received quite the revamp. Other courses from the SNES seem to have nothing changed about them in Mario Kart Tour. All the dots connect here. You guys think it will be SNES Vanilla Lake 1. Finally, we were supposed to get this track at the end of Wave 4, but instead, I think it will be at the end of this cup. Los Angeles Laps is a controversial track when it comes to the music, but the detail placed in it is just superb. It will likely be a section track given that the starting line is in different spots for the laps, just like Singapore Speedway, which rounds up the Boomerang Cup. You guys also predicted LA Laps. And now it's time for the Cherry Cup. Initially, this track was data mined for Wave 6, and it makes sense to the wintry vibes that it gives off, but I'm a believer in Vancouver Velocity for Wave 5. I strongly think that both Athens Dash and LA Laps will be here, so I think they'll launch Vancouver in here as well, which means that tour content for Wave 6 will be stuff that hasn't released at all yet. You guys also predicted Vancouver Velocity. Up next, we have Koopa Cape. It's a little bit of a toss-up as to which Wii track we'll get in this spot, but I'm pretty sure it's Koopa Cape. Other possible options for me would be Daisy Circuit and Dry Dry Ruins, but we already have Daisy Cruiser in this cup, and the next track would coincide with Dry Dry Ruins. Plus, Koopa Cape was seen on the mostly reputable Banner League, which revealed courses like Sky High Sunday and Waluigi Stadium that weren't seen in Tour before. You guys also predicted Koopa Cape. And our next track, and the final GBA track, will be Sunset Wilds. This one is all but confirmed. It was seen in the Banner League, and also a small trace of its music was leaked. If we get this course and Vancouver Velocity in the same wave, it will definitely be one of the most aesthetically pleasing waves, with the gorgeous Northern Lights scenery in Vancouver Velocity and the beautiful sunset gimmick in Sunset Wilds. It was a pleasant sight to look at on the Game Boy, and I am really excited for it in HD. You guys also predicted Sunset Wilds. And the final track of the Cherry Cup and also Wave 5 will be Piranha Plant Cove. Sticking to the theme that only courses that have made their debut in Tour so far will be added to this wave, Piranha Plant Cove is the last Nitro track. They have released all 3 versions of the course already, and it only debuted this year. I think they are eager to get it on the big screen. You guys also predicted Piranha Plant Cove. So with that, those are my predictions for Wave 5. And I think we will get Pauline and PD Piranha in this wave. Pauline makes sense for the LA Labs track and the overall summery vibe that this wave gives off. And obviously PD Piranha ties in with Piranha Plant Cove. And I'll make a prediction on when this will release. I'll say it releases, as in everyone can play it, on Friday, July 14th. Now on to Wave 6. I have predicted this cup to be filled with lots of new courses. Only 3 of these courses exist at the moment that I'm making this video, so let's just get on into it. Beginning with the Acorn Cup. The first track will be another city track that hasn't released yet. In my previous prediction video, I predicted a track from South America would be added to the game. I still think I am right. However, I predicted it would be more in the Amazon area. Based on data mines, it seems quite plausible for there to be a course based on Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is not official, but I wouldn't be surprised if it were the case. For now, I will name this course Rio Routes. You guys also think there will be a course based on Rio de Janeiro, the Booster Course Pass. Next is a track that I didn't predict in my previous predictions, but now I think it is very likely. And I am really excited for this track to have a remake, as its Mario Kart DS version is pitiful. I am talking about Mushroom Bridge from Mario Kart Double Dash. This was a simple, yet unique track, offering different kinds of vehicles which you had to dodge, such as the Bob-omb and Wiggler cars, and a mushroom card that rewards you with the mushroom when you hit it. Plus, if you felt daring enough, you could drive on top of the bridge. In the DS remake, absolutely none of that was available. Mushroom Bridge used the same assets as Shroom Ridge had, and removed this section where you could drive on the bridge. Recently, it was brought back in Mario Kart Tour, and retained all of its former glory, with all the special vehicles and the ability to drive on the bridge. In the RT version of this course on Mario Kart Tour, you are able to explore some area that isn't accessible in any of the other 2 iterations, and I'm hoping to see that in this version as well. I previously predicted Mushroom City instead of this one, but there seems to be no signs of this coming to Mario Kart Tour at all, thus likely not coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You guys predicted Dino Dino Jungle instead of this one. This next course that I'm predicting doesn't exist yet, but has a few assets data mined. It's currently known as Mob DK. What does the DK stand for? No one knows. Donkey Kong Kingdom? Daisy Kingdom? Dark Kingdom? Desert Kingdom? None of the above? I have no clue. I'll just take a shot in the dark and call it a Daisy track specifically that takes place in Sarasa Land. I have no idea if this is correct or not, but I'm taking a shot in the dark, and if I miss, I can't say I didn't give it an old college try. So we will call this track Daisy Kingdom and move on. You guys think it will be a Donkey Kong themed track. Your guess is as good as mine. The final course of the Acorn Cup will be another unreleased Nitro course. There's no certainty about what this is yet, but a bathroom-themed track known as Mob BR is data mined from Mario Kart Tour, with Bat Bomb and Rubber Ducky assets. I will call this course Splish Splash Dash. I can't really say much about it, but there have been theories that this will tie in with the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and while it is an interesting theory, I think that the Booster Course Pass and the movie will have no correlation together. You guys also think the same thing, and that it will just be some course based on a bathroom. And now, we are on the final cup of the Booster Course Pass, the Spiny Cup. We will start off with a track identified as Mob MD, which is theorized to be a track based on Madrid, Spain. I am slightly unsure about whether this will be a Madrid track or not, just because Madrid isn't a city that stands out too much compared to the other ones, but I also have no better idea. We will call it Madrid Boost. You guys also think there will be a track based on Madrid. Up next, it's the great battle of DK Mountain versus
Dino Jungle.
I don't think it's an impossibility that both of these courses will show up, but I think it will just be one. And it will be tough to choose, but I thought about it long and hard, and I think it will be DK Mountain. There was an ad of Noshi the dinosaur, but much like Vanilla Lake, the same thing appeared in Tour, and I don't think it was necessarily foreshadowing. I predicted 2 of the Kongs as my character predictions, and I feel like there would be a super nice addition as well as DK Mountain. DK Mountain as well as Riverside Park were brought back in the Animal Tour from 2022. However, DK Mountain was the main spotlight there. Riverside Park is already in the Booster Course Pass. It would be weird if DK Mountain wasn't added if it got more attention than Riverside Park in the initial trailer for the Animal Tour. And DK Mountain is overall just a fan favorite for Double Dash fans, or even Mario Kart Wii fans. I could be completely wrong here, but I just think it'll be DK Mountain. You guys also think DK Mountain will be brought back too. Anyway, the next course, there is no info at the time that I made polls for, so I'll just make your prediction the same as mine. There seems to be some assets data mined for a Nitro Spooky track. This wave will probably release around Halloween, so it checks out. Usually the penultimate course is a Bowser's Castle or Bowser themed track, but in Mario Kart 64, Banshee Boardwalk was the penultimate track, and I think it'll be the same for here. What will I name this track? Gosh, I have no idea. Mario sure does love their spooky libraries. Maybe they'll bring back the jump-scaring piano from Mario 64? You can find a library and a piano inside a school. Oh right, a name. Sinister Schoolhouse. I have no idea. Let's just go to the final course that I'm certainly not going to be embarrassingly wrong about. And the final course wrapping up waves 1 through 6 of the Booster Course Pass to the surprise of no one is Wii Rainbow Road. The last course of the Booster Course Pass has been data mined to be a Wii course. They wrapped up 2022 with the 3DS Rainbow Road, and I think they'll do the same with Wii Rainbow Road in 2023. They got a fairly terrible remake of it in Mario Kart Tour early this year, but there are limitations to that game. When it is brought into this game, I'm expecting it to have 3 laps again, and have all the glorious tricking options it had in the Wii version. So yeah, Wii Rainbow Road will wrap up things, and you guys agree with me. So for the most part, our opinions are in sync. Now for the last characters, I'm pretty sure we'll get Diddy and Funky together because of DK Mountain. And the last one, I think will be King Bob-omb. Think about the bathroom stage and its assets. Bath Bomb? King Bob-omb? I'm least sure about King Bob-omb. It could be Kamek for the so-called spooky track. And I predict we get this wave in mid-November. Friday, November 17th to be exact. And one little thing I want to give brief thoughts on. Is a Booster Course Pass 2 happening? In my opinion, no. I don't think we'll get 48 more tracks and a separate Booster Course Pass. I haven't ruled out the Booster Course Pass having more waves added to it, but I'm thinking that they will not be in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think that the Booster Course Pass will be ported into the next mainline Mario Kart console game, and from there, new courses will be added to it. There's lots of lovely remakes in Tour for courses that don't appear to be making it into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, I could see them continuing the Booster Course Pass, but just in the new game. Anyway, that's going to wrap up my predictions. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to show me that you like my content and that you want me to make more. Feel free to post your predictions in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this is M-Dubs signing out.